He is, and he's a Zionist. He literally
Zionist fucker. You don't see what
he interviewed Netanyahu. This motherfucker didn't ask him one time. He didn't use the side one time.
PBD is bought and paid for, bro. Bought and paid for.
That's a fact.
Try and use neutral sources.
Yeah.
My personal opinion. I'm an international lawyer, so I always like to go back to the law. And although international law has been absolutely raped by the US. I just think they're a sovereign nation. Yes, they're going through turmoil. Yes, they've got absolute issues with the IRGC. We need to find a way to replace the IRGC. Well, I say we, but the people need to find a way to replace the IRGC or do some sort of reform to that government. And the rest of the world, yes, they can help them to the extent they don't go and attack them and violate the sovereignty and bring the world to almost World War III. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. And what Israelis are jumping on is the bandwagon of obviously they're using that turmoil to their advantage. Obviously, it's no secret. They're using it to their advantage. They brought the US in. Israel's super excited at the option of a regime change because that means they can do whatever they want to do. I'm sure everyone is well aware of the
do you know, I just saw this thing, and it says the exact reason why Trump decided on attacking Iran. And guess the official reason. No, I'm saying who was the person? Who was the person who took the scale?
Well, I know the official stance the US took it that Israel is going to attack Iran.
I know, but who convinced him of that? Who convinced him of that?
Netanyahu, of course.
No. Who? Closer. Who's closer to him? That's a small hat. No. Small hat.
Small hat.
What small hat is infiltrated? No, closer than that.
Lindsey Graham?
No, who's the closest small hat to him?
The closest small hat to Trump?
Yeah. Okay.
Jared Kushner.
Yo, literally it says that Jared Kushner convinced him, he admitted he goes,
dude.
I know, he admits, yeah, Jared convinced me that if Israel attacks Iran, that Iran is going to respond by attacking American bases. So he's like, why don't we just go in together? And then
the key part of his convincing argument was, look, let's just ignite the fire, let's decapitate them. They're going to go through a civil war, and we can leave after 2 days of war. We've not expended any military people or expend, and we can do a quick smash and grab and leave. What they didn't realize was that is not the case, and obviously they've not learned from the 12-day war. So right now, obviously things are not going as planned for them. Because obviously Iran is obviously decentralized and they've actually can take quite a bit of damage and they're giving out as good as they're getting. So that's obviously that's going to cause a rift between Israel and US. Their objectives are not 100% aligned. So Israel really, really needs a regime change, and they need that for their imperialist expansion plans for Greater Israel. This is all over the IDF. This is no secret. He goes to the UN. He gives them speeches. He talks about the wider boundaries of Greater Israel. They want to build the temple. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen some of the videos coming out from Israel talking about knocking down Masjid al-Aqsa. And they're talking about how they can do some sort of false flag, accidentally bomb it themselves, and then blame it on the Iranians. Similar to what they tried to do with the girls' school, with the Tomahawk missile.
They're going to say it's an interception. And they're going to bomb the fuck out of it. And then they're going to build a third temple.
They said it.
They're going to fulfill prophecy. Yeah, they're going to fulfill prophecy.
So it goes back to the idea, but I really get annoyed when I hear about these so-called Iranians that talk about, they don't want theocratic or religious fundamentalists or these extremists. But the people you've called upon are literally religious extremists. Like everything that they're doing in that region is in the name of their own religion. The way that they govern the state and the way that it's apartheid is based on their religion. So don't give me the spiel that you care about people's liberties or freedoms when you're literally supporting a state that is as bad, if not worse. So that's really what gets me going on that.
Sorry, Adam. Can I talk to you with another point of view, please?
Look, I've had the mic for a while, so I'm happy to give it back to the rest of the people in the room. Maybe the moderators want to suggest something.
Yeah, I just wanted to explain. I think I repeated this many times. I'm not a monarchist. I'm completely anti-war. I don't support war. But let's see the reality of what is happening within the society of Iran. You know, Islamic Republic, through all these years, he has supported militias in Syria, in Palestine, Hezbollah, all these Arab countries. This is not hidden for anybody. You know, people inside, I was living in Iran till 4 years ago. Most of the people, I'm not representing people, but at least, you know, I think most of the people will share this idea that we were asking why people are living in poverty, in the worst economic situations, why the Islamic Republic is supporting Hezbollah, the extremists in the region. And you know why? What was their ideology? It was that if we fight outside the countries of Iran, then this is the way to secure the borders of Iran. This was their strategy, why people were complaining, why they were suppressing people inside. Look what they have done now. Which country in this world cuts down the internet on its own people that they cannot communicate together? I don't know where is my family now. Lots of Iranians who are here might be worried about their families, if they are bombed, if they are not. So you are talking about a regime which are the minorities with the most powerful arms in their hands. And they have no mercy. I'm telling you again, you know, we tried, people of Iran, they tried a lot to go through a peaceful reforms in Iran. But this never happened. You know why? Because it's not a democratic structure. You know, during all these years, there is no one political opposition or party form either inside or outside Iran. Even those reformists who were against the leadership and the Islamic Republic, they were all are in prison now. You know, the consequences are not only for you, it's for your family. You know, there are millions of stories that if I tell you, you will not believe that because you might not have experienced this in your life. Like for an Instagram post, the intelligence service call you and they threaten you for a simple Instagram post on your social media. This is the society that we. So when it comes to people that they say, you know, this war is imposed on people without them wanting it. This is the reality. You know, because they were already in the war with the Islamic regime inside, there is no way to protest, there is no way for peaceful demonstrations, and they always connect this to Mossad or Israel or Americans. While they cut down the internet on them, they suppress and they kill because there is no ears to hear. You're not living in Europe, or you're not dealing with some people that you can demonstrate freely. This is completely different thing. And the last thing I wanted to talk to Arash about this. Arash, yes, we are born Muslim. We all know the history, how Islam came to Iran, you know. But I am a Muslim in my
testing.
ID. But do I believe in the religion? No, I hate religion because of the Islamic Republic. My mother say her prayers every day. But their Islam is much more different from what the Islamic imposed. They injected the religion in your mind. They want them to do whatever you want. And about the Palestine and Israel, I have to say this also, because why most of the Iranians, they don't want the conflict between Iran and Israel, apart from its historical apart from the history, is because people want to have a peaceful life. They want to have a normal relationship with the world. While the country is so rich, intelligent people, why the other Arab countries in the region, while they are trying to make a peaceful deal or whatever it is, right or wrong, with Israel, the Iranian Islamic government, they are trying to make the region unsafe. So when we are, I think, addressing the war, we have to be careful. This war was not brought by the people of Iran. People is their only hope. This is so different, I think, in understanding that
I'm
the
intrigued.
Iranian people,
Magnetized
nobody
already?
likes the war.
Rabbi!
We all know about the consequences of the war. But when people say that maybe there is the hope that these fundamentalists are gone because there is no way to
Magnetized.
show your disagreements with them.
Okay, thank you. Can I respond?
Okay, yeah, but Arash, and I mean, that was a whole monologue. Let's just dialogue. So, yeah, please don't take fucking 10 minutes to respond. But Arash, the one thing I'm wondering is he's willing to topple the government, and it sounds like you're not. So if you could just clarify to what extent you were talking about reformation, we need more than that. But how much are you willing to swap out leadership?
What do you mean by swapping out the leadership?
Like, you keep worrying about Zionists and whatever, which I get that, but you do need regime change.
Says who?
To fucking Farzad going on for 20 minutes and fucking all the goddamn Iranians. No, I'm saying there's a lot of students who protest. There's a lot of people globally. A lot of it is very clear.
A lot of people against them.
I mean, again, about the Patrick Bet-David thing, this motherfucker claimed that 81... Hold on. I could be wrong. I know, hold on. I could be wrong about this number. He said that 81% of Iranians were in favor of